What's up, everybody? Scott Jansen here. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to answer the question of how do you get paid, or how can you get paid as a coach, as a therapist, hypnotherapist, RTT, or even NLP, or even just a healer? How can you get paid in full every single time? Now, first, I've probably noticed that you cannot see me. It seems today my technology and my camera is not working. So instead of postponing this video, let's just do it without the camera. I'm sure you know what I look like anyway. So as long as you can hear me, you are in the right place. So this is going to be a very simple process. And getting past the issue of clients saying, well, I can't pay in full. Can I pay half now? Can I pay half later? I have to save up. This is one easy way to get around this issue. So it really works in three parts. I'm going to take you through very, very quickly, step by step by step. So firstly, as you can see, you get paid in full every single time. Now, this regardless whether you're a coach or a therapist, selling sessions, packages, really doesn't matter. So let's start here onto the left-hand side here. We know the importance of doing a strategy call, okay? So if you're still unaware of what a strategy call or a clarity call is, you don't understand their importance, or you have no idea how to do them, I'm gonna leave some videos below showing you exactly how to do this. That'll be the perfect fit for what I'm teaching you today as well. So moving forward, once you're on the strategy call, we want to get to the end of the strategy call, and this is the only time you wanna be giving your price. You never wanna give your price over personal messenger, via email, at the start of a call. You always want to leave it till last, because that's really the only place that you should be giving your price and your offer. So what is your offer firstly? Well, your offer is the result you're going to give to your clients. Now, one big reason why you are not getting paid in full every time is because of what you say next. If you're under the old traditional model that says sell sessions, like buy 3 sessions, get the third one at a discount, or you have a package where you give a discount, this is by far the number one reason why you're not getting paid in full every time. And the reason is because you're giving your clients an option to choose what they want. And clients will only pay or only take the option that you give them. So we as a therapist or a coach, which I'm going to talk about here, you need to resist giving away sessions, packages, discounts, time, hours, things like this. So you might think, well, Scott, hang on. If I'm not giving away sessions and time, what exactly would my offer be? Well, your offer, guys, is always going to be the result. And the whole idea behind this sequence here is we want to present our offer in full, our price in full at the end of a strategy call, and our offer is the end result. If you're still unsure what I mean by this, I'll leave another video below which will explain this in further detail. So don't give sessions, don't give discounts. You're just going to sell the result, and you are going to charge in full for that result. You want to give your full price at the end of the strategy call, okay? So you don't say, okay, I can help you quit smoking. Now, generally we do it in 3 sessions, but if you buy 5, I'll give you the last 2 sessions at half price. Don't do that stuff. Remember, your clients will only take what you offer them. So if you don't offer them discount, sessions, and time, and only offer the result, it means they've only got one thing to choose. And this is really, really important. So let's imagine you're at the end of the strategy call, you give your offer, you give the result, like, you'll be a non-smoker by the end. It's $1,500. Okay. Now, what you do next is just as important. And this is where a lot of therapists and coaches, myself included, really screw this thing up. We give a high price. And again, if you don't know about why we give high price, I'll leave another video below to check out. But let's say you agree with me on the high price. Therapists and coaches will give a high price. They'll say it's $1,500. Then they'll start justifying. Then they'll start saying, this is why my prices are high. This is what I'm certified in. And they'll talk and talk and talk and talk themselves right out of the sale. What you want to do to guarantee to get paid in full every single time is give your price, then shut up. Put yourself on mute. Do not talk. You've got to realize that this price and the whole strategy call you've just taken your client through, it's a bit of processing involved. So this person that's just heard all this information and been given a price and an outcome, which is the result they're going to get, let them process this information. As soon as you start talking, you'll disturb that process. So this is what's going to happen inside this potential client's mind. They're going to hear $1,500 and they will start to justify it for themselves. Let them do that. They'll have a conversation in their mind. It'll oscillate between this is too expensive, but I really need to quit. Maybe I can afford it. I'm going to go borrow the money. Let them talk it to themselves. Okay. Don't talk until your client does 1 or 2 things. The only thing that's going to come out at the end of this is your client's going to give you a statement, or they're going to ask you for a payment plan. And the only time you ever want to offer a payment plan is if your client asks. So two things are going to happen. Your client's going to outrightly give you a statement like, wow, that's expensive. I'm here to tell you guys a little sneaky trick with strategy calls. Never answer a statement. If you hear that's too expensive and you start justifying your price, you will lose that client. So if a client says to me, well, Scott, wow, that sounds expensive, $1,500, and they give me a statement, I'll just agree. I'll say, okay, or I just give them a reference like, I've heard you, but I do not answer it. Now, in the past, I can be on strategy calls where I'm in silence for like 1 minute. It doesn't sound like a long time, but I'm keeping my client in a place where I want them to decide. I'm putting pressure on, and that pressure is important. Client will say, wow, that's expensive. I'll go, okay. And then I'll be silent. They might even say to me, Scott, are you still there? I'll say, yeah, I'm still here. Because remember, they've asked me a question, so I can answer that. And I'm waiting for them to either come out and say two things. Let's do it, or do you have a payment plan? If it's let's do it, get the money up front, get paid in full, get their credit card details, bang, you've just got a client. You can move on to step 3, which is pay in full at the end of the strategy call, book them in for their first session on their first appointment. If, however, my client's justifying, you'll hear your client talk inside their mind. If you've got the camera on, you'll see them justifying at the head. They'll move their lips around, they're moving their eyes around, having a conversation. If a client comes out and says, wow, that's expensive, that's a statement, don't answer. If they say, okay, let's do it, progress to getting the payment. If, however, they say, Scott, I really want to do this, I'm curious, do you have a payment plan? Now, this is a question. I can answer this. Now, I haven't told them upfront that I do have a payment plan. Because if, let's backtrack a little bit, I say, okay, my offer is $1,500, but I do have a 2-split payment plan, 3-split. That's the reason why you're not getting paid in full, because you've just told your client what to buy. I'm now telling my client that the result is this. This is $1,500, and this is all I'm giving you the option for. Okay. So if my client comes out and says, do you have a payment plan? That's a question. I can say yes. And that's if you do have one, guys. If you do have a payment plan, so we've covered that step here, you want to look at or just consider what are your current payment plans at the moment. You do not want to run a coaching or therapy business based purely on payment plans, because this is going against negative cash flow. We need cash flow in your business in as much as possible. So what I like to do is every single month, I have an 80-20 split. 80% of the people that work with me, this was even when I was working with smokers, and I'll use the context of smokers because it's more relevant to you guys. So when I was working with smokers, I'd have 80% of my clients would have to pay in full. I'd only allow 20% in payment plans. So let's say, for example, I had 10 clients in a month. 8 of those clients would have to pay in full, and only 2 clients would I allow on payment plans. If I had more than 2, I would literally say to the person, no, I don't have payment plans. And they just have to have the option to either pay or don't do it. I don't want to have 80% payment plans and 20% cash in full, because 80% payment plans means I've got to wait. And wait, it's a risk that they don't pay. It's a risk they don't show up. And it's a risk in my business. I need 80% cash flow. So I'm always aiming for 80-20, if not 90-10. Okay. But my first point is I want to get paid in full. Do not mention payment plans unless they ask you. Then look at your current payment plans and make sure you've got room for that. So I'll just recap here. Strategy call, offer at the end, pay in full. Do not give them discounts. Do not talk about sessions and prices. Talk about results. Give them only one option. To quit smoking, it'll be $1,500. Then shut up. Do not say a word. Let your client justify it for themselves. They're either going to say to you, it's expensive. That is a statement. Or, wow, I didn't realize I had to pay that. That is a statement. A question is, okay, how can I pay? Or do you have a payment plan? They're questions. You can answer those things. If you struggle with the pressure and struggle to stop justifying your price, put yourself on mute. It's going to be an awkward silence, but it's necessary. Okay, so once that's all sorted out, answer the question, got a payment plan, double check your payment plans. If best case scenario, your client pays in full, get the payment, just say to the client, okay, before I book you in, let's get you sorted out with the payment. Do you want to use Visa or credit card, or I'll send you a PayPal link, but you have to pay while I'm on the phone. Get the payment all the way through, send them a receipt, and then pull out your diary. Do not pull out your diary and say, okay, that's $1,500. Client says, yes, let's do it. I can pay. Say, great. Let me pull out your diary. Let me pull out my diary. I can book you in for Wednesday at 9 a.m. Just bring your credit card with you. No, clients don't pay on the day of the session. They don't pay an hour before. They do not bring cash to your office. They pay at the end of the strategy call. The way I look at it is like this. You have just paid to book a spot in my diary. You are not getting a spot in my diary until you pay. Why do we do this? Because I've been burnt by this before when I first started, because I was told to do it the other way, which is clients will show up, they'll pay on the day. But what excuses did I have to deal with? I forgot my wallet. I didn't get paid by work. I can't show up. I need to change my appointment. Too messy, too chaotic. Pay at the end of the strategy call in full, okay? Unless they ask you for a payment plan, then justify that payment plan. If you're not sure what payment plans to use, I'll leave another video below which explains the different types of splits you can use. And then get your diary out, guys. Book them in for the first session. So quickly recap, it's a very simple video. Strategy call, your offer is the results, not sessions. Give your full price at the end of the call, then shut up. Do not mention payment plans unless your clients ask. If they do ask and you can fit them in between that 20% of payment plans, get paid. I'll leave the video below with the payment plan split. You'll be able to see which one works best for you. Do not mention payment plans unless they ask you, and also look at your current payment plan structure to make sure you've got room. Get paid in full at the end of the strategy call. Get their credit card details over the phone. If they want to use PayPal or want to use Stripe, set some invoices up as well. Very, very simple. Then book them in for their first session only once they've paid. So guys, this is very quick. Hopefully this answers the question of how to get paid in full every single time. As you can see here, the reason why you're not getting paid is number one, you're giving them too many options, and clients are only going to buy based on the options you give them. So if you don't give them the options of payment plans or sessions or discounts, they won't have to pay them. It's us that gives them that option. So don't give them the option. Tell them your offer. Tell them the price. Shut up. Let them either give you a statement, which you don't answer, you just agree, or just say yes or nod your head, whatever you want to do. But if they do ask for a payment plan, you can give them that option if you've got the 80-20 split. Always get paid at the end of the strategy call, not the day of the session, not 2 hours from now on the strategy call. If they don't want to pay now, let them go. Okay, so I'll leave some more resource videos below for you guys. If you have any questions like normal, please post below. So guys, hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.